What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about NIO and how they have a potentially massive catalyst coming up this week. So we're going to go over exactly what we need to keep a lookout for specifically as NIO investors and why this is so important for NIO going forward. So this catalyst has to do with NIO's battery swapping stations. And I've been talking a lot about how important getting battery swap stations out into the market are for NIO over the past couple of weeks. And we actually received some updates about how many battery swapping stations NIO is expecting to put out in China in 2021 over the last week. So this is all very important information coming out, and we're going to cover it in depth in this video to give you guys a nice little update on what you can expect for NIO going into this next week. So before we get into all of that information, if you guys would like to earn 2 free stocks with Webull valued up to $1,850, make sure you check out that link down below in my description. All you have to do is sign up for an account, deposit over $100, and you receive those 2 free stocks. Now, this is also a great way for you guys to help out and support the channel if you guys would like to, because when you get 2 free stocks, I get a stock as well. And as always, if you guys enjoy the information and analysis that I provide for you in these videos, make sure you go down and hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. And I know a lot of you guys have been discouraged. I've been saying this in a lot of my videos that the performance of all of these hyper growth stocks have not lived up to your expectations. And you have to think about what has changed fundamentally about NIO's business model. In my opinion, there really hasn't been anything except for the semiconductor shortage in which NIO had to shut down production. But by the time that NIO had announced that they were actually going to be shutting down their production for a very short amount of time, we had already seen a significant fall in the share price. It's just due to the overall market conditions. And if you have conviction in your investment in NIO over the long term, let's say 5 to 10 years, I don't think you have anything to worry about. Now, nothing I say in these videos is financial advice. These are for educational and entertainment purposes only. You guys can buy, sell, do whatever you want with your positions. I'm just here to try to give you guys a good strategy and all of the pertinent information on the stocks that you guys are invested in. Now, I also like to take a look at the unusual options activity, especially going into a pretty substantial catalyst coming up for a company like NIO. But when we come over to the option chain, we're going to be taking a look at the April 16th, 2021 expiration date, and we can see that they're pretty close to the money, these 40s. NIO is currently trading at 38.05, closed in the after hours period on Friday. But we can only see that there's 27,963 contracts being held in people's brokerage accounts right now, and the volume on this strike is pretty high. But when we come down a little bit further, we can see that these 45s have a 37,793 open interest, but other than that, there's really nothing crazy. I mean, these 50s are most likely going to expire worthless. I don't see NIO going to 50 within the next week, but there is a significant amount of volume on these. But I would expect to see a lot more volume, a lot more of these contracts or these strikes with over 10,000 contracts. So essentially, open interest is the amount of contracts that are out in the market that have not been exercised or closed. So it's essentially the amount of contracts that people are holding in their brokerage accounts. And I'm not seeing anything that's unusual for NIO. We typically see in multiples of 5. So we can see these 45s have a higher open interest than the 44.5s. And we can see that these 40s have a much higher open interest than these 39.5. So there's really nothing crazy going on with NIO's option chain. So over this past week, we did get some pretty good news about NIO. We had a new sedan got hinted. So this is going to rival the Tesla's Model 3. So this is essentially going to be the successor to the ET7. So once NIO is able to get the ET7 out in the market, start making sales, then they will come out with this next electric sedan model. So that is good news. We've got a lot of long-term projections on NIO, and it's good to see that they are continuously coming out with new vehicle ideas. And when we come over here, we can see that NIO's William Lee says reaching 500 battery swap stations this year is a conservative goal. So as you guys heard me say in my last NIO video and all of my other NIO videos where we've been mentioning these battery swapping stations, I've been saying that this 500 battery swap station goal is very low. And here is why. When we come over here, we're going to see that NIO's potential partnership with Sinopec, which is an oil and gas provider in China. They have about 30,000 gas stations across all of China, although not yet announced, is highly anticipated by Chinese securities media. Even though the potential partnership between Chinese EV maker NIO and fossil fuel energy giant China Petrochemical Corp has yet to be announced, leading Chinese securities media are already envisioning the prospect of NIO vehicles being able to charge batteries at gas stations. In an article published on Monday, so this was a while ago, this was March 10th, but it is very pertinent to what is happening this week. The Securities Daily said going to a gas station to change batteries for new energy vehicles, this scenario is close to becoming a reality. The article cites rumors that NIO's first second-generation battery swap station is expected to go live at a Sinopec gas station in Beijing on April 15th. This is huge. This is 4 days away from the current date that I'm recording this video. And if NIO is able to get their battery swapping stations at these gas stations, this is going to be huge. So if they can sign a longer term partnership with Sinopec, and as I've said before, if they can get their battery swapping stations at 5 to 10% of these gas stations across China, that would put NIO at 1,500 to 3,000 battery swap stations out in the market. So we've seen the possibility for 1,500 to 3,000 battery swapping stations out in the Chinese market from just this one deal. We also have 2 more partnerships that NIO has been engaging in. When we come over here, we can see that NIO signed a pact with infrastructure firm for battery swap stations in Beijing. This is a 5-year partnership agreement with the state-owned Beijing Shufa Industrial and Trading Co. to put battery swap stations along the Beijing Capital Ring Expressway, the report said. Now, we also have, if we come over here, NIO signed a long-term partnership deal with the China arm of Metro. As per the report, the 2 companies will deepen cooperation in charging and battery swap infrastructure construction. Under the deal, NIO will build charging stations and battery swap stations in some malls of Metro China. So NIO has 3 partnerships at the current time. One of them has the possibility, on the high end, in my opinion, to deliver 3,000 battery swapping stations in China over the next 3 years. This is going to be big news for NIO, and they already have 2 other partnerships. So that 500 battery swap station estimate, it could be NIO sandbagging like we saw them do with their delivery numbers last month. They came out and actually lowered the actual projection of the deliveries that they were going to make, even though the semiconductor shortage really wasn't affecting, like I said, the amount of vehicles that NIO were going to deliver in March, because all of the vehicles were basically already delivered, and the shutdown was happening on like March 29th. So NIO coming out and a couple of these other analysts coming out and actually downgrading the actual amount of vehicles that they were expecting NIO to deliver was a very interesting move. And I think this 500 battery swap station estimate is extremely low. Again, if we can see NIO come out and maybe even double this estimate, we are going to see most likely a very bullish reaction in the share price. And if NIO comes out and just says that they are going to have a partnership with Sinopec, a massive oil and gas provider, when NIO expands into Europe, I would expect them to partner up with oil and gas providers in Europe as well to get their battery swap stations at the gas stations in other countries. So this is going to be a big deal for NIO going forward. So to reiterate my point on NIO and give you guys a little bit of a strategy, I do think that these short-term dips are great ones to buy. NIO has so much potential over the long term. At the current time, they are mainly operating in China with goals to expand into the European market just in this year alone. Now, we are also seeing NIO have plans and goals to expand into the United States market as well. When they can expand into these 2 markets, their sales numbers are going to drastically increase, and I am predicting that NIO could deliver 100,000 vehicles in 2021 alone. We've seen them crush deliveries in the first quarter of 2021, and if they are able to steadily grow each month and each quarter, we could see them hit 100,000 deliveries just this year. Now, we do have to take into account that the semiconductor shortage could hinder those estimates. Now, if NIO is able to come out and even exceed my estimates, we are going to see a massive rally in NIO's share price, and we might get some more sentiment, some more bullish sentiment from a lot of the retail traders and maybe some from some of the institutions around the world. So that is going to conclude this update on NIO. If you guys enjoyed the information and analysis that I provided for you in this video, make sure you go down and hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. And don't forget, if you guys would like to help out and support the channel, make sure you check out that Webull link down below. Webull's the brokerage that you guys see on screen in all of my videos, and I think you guys would really enjoy it. I love this platform. I use it for my options trading portfolio, and it allows you to do a lot of technical things that brokerages like Robinhood do not allow you to do. So that is going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys are having a great weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next video.